Hello everyone, this is Rick Pasek, Flyfish Fanatic, and welcome to my time bench. First off, right away, I apologize if you hear any background noise. They're building a monster fourplex beside us, and there's some backup beepers going on from the forklift, so hopefully you guys don't hear them, but if you do, I apologize. Today, we're going to be tying a little bumble style pattern. I love tying this little pattern. It's fairly simple and just a lot of fun to tie, and at times can be very good on the water. So at other times not so much, but that's with every fly. So let us go. So we're going to start off with a Hen's BL334 size 10 short shank heavy wire. We're going to have where are we, Semperfli Nano Silk in a black. Turn that around so you guys can actually read it. Oh, you know, I might go the right way. Black bulk. Then I'm going to have for the tail some Semperfli floss in hot orange. For the body, I'm going to be using some Hen's Spectra dubbing in this Chartreuse 392. For the hackle, I will be using some black hackle. If not, sometimes I'll also tie it in this kind of this Coachman red, Coachman bronze, whatever color it is, not bronze, rust color. And then for the front hackle, I'll be using a little piece of Chinese cock cape. And that's about it. So let's fly. Let's fly. I like fishing this one in a team. That's where I've had the best success with it, is in a team. I've had success with it just as a single fly as well, but I just find that these bumble style patterns really work well fished in a team. So I'm going to take about 4 to 6 inches, let's say 6 inches of that floss, and I'm going to double it. I want a fairly substantial floss butt here, and then I'm going to double it again, and then I'm going to double it again. So that's what I'm ending up with there. Just not the best job at matching those tips up, but that's okay. And I'm going to come back forward, leaving myself room for my front hackle. Binding that down, making sure it stays on the top. Coming back to just before the bend, and then I'll go under it and over. Make sure that's secured down. And then I want this one about as long as the body's going to be, roughly. So about like there. Okay. Give that a bit of a fluff up if you want. Then I will go back to about there, and I will take a, let's see, where are we here? I gotta find the right hackle. That might be, yeah, that'll do. Okay, so there's the hackle. One thing I did forget to mention, and I forgot to pull out, is a piece of wire. So let's go with some. You can go with red if you want, or silver. Depends on what look you're wanting to end up with here. Okay, where's my? There it is, 0.2 mil silver from Semperfli. I'm gonna this is just gonna be it'll bind down my hackle later on, because I'm gonna tie that in from the front. So I'm just bring that back. Don't pull it out. Come back and just gonna wax it. Pulled a little too hard when I went to put it in my material clip. Just crank that down really well, and then put that in my material clip out of the way. Then I'm going to take some of that Chartreuse Spectra dubbing, whatever Chartreuse ice dubbing, just a nice bright shiny in Chartreuse. But you want that icy sparkly dub, right? So, and a really nice, the brighter Chartreuse on this one, the better. I've seen this one even tied with a Chartreuse chenille, but I don't want too thick of a underbody, but you definitely want it to show through. So that's about it. So I'm going to pull that out. Just make sure that's dubbed on. Stroke that back. Okay. Now I'm going to take my black hackle. I'm going to figure out my length that I'd like. And that'll do right about there. So just nip that off. Expose my stem. Definitely wax. Make sure you've got the stem, the hackle fibers facing the right way. You want the shiny side towards you, or shiny side out, or colored side out if you're using a colored one. I like always putting a bit of a half hitch in right here, just in case I bump or whatever. So we're going to do 1.5, and then I'm going to open up and bring this back. One more right at the back end, and then take my wire. Come on, take my wire, catch that in right at the back there, and then just rib forward. To the front, tie off your wire. Depending on your hackle, you can either wiggle it off or cut it off. I know this hackle is fairly strong, so I'm going to cut this one off. There we go. Then I'm going to take my Chinese cock hackle here, and you do want this one fairly full at the front, so I'm going to just find a tie-in point here. Myself a little tie-in point, and then I'm going to actually work back just a little bit on top. Lay that back, come right in front of that eye, half hitch again. It's a good habit to get into if you are as new to tying. Guys that have been tying for a long time, they either know this or they just got into the habit of not. But it's a good habit to get into, is after every stage to put a half hitch in, or a little whip finish like I just did. It just helps. So now I'm going to grab my material clip, stroke all these material back. I did lose some off the one side, but that's totally fine. And just keep on wrapping, making sure that this all lays back. I'll use this whole feather up on this one. Just go through to capture it. I'm not too worried about all those ones sticking out at the moment, because what I'll do now is I'll just put my fingers into a bit of a 3-point there, get that all stroked back, build just a little bit of a head, get my whip finishing tool, do a whip finish, and I'll come back in a bit and put some head cement on that. Now the other thing I could do, if you like, it's up to you if you want some slightly different variations of this, is to give this a bit of a Velcro brush out. I don't even know where my Velcro brush went. Velcro brush out at of the dubbing prior to putting the hackle in. I mean, I can still do it a little bit just to get a bit of that sparkle, right, to come out, but that is your finished little Bumble. It's a great little fly. They like I said, they work really, really, really well. I could shorten that tail up a little bit. I could lengthen it. I can put a green tail on. I can put an orange tail on, a yellow tail on, a red tail on. It all depends, right? So These are a great little pattern. They are a little bit on the old school side for what we've been taught here in North America, but throughout Europe they've been using these for decades upon decades, and I've been using them here now for probably on and off for 10, 12 years, but really concentrating on them a lot in the last 5, and have been just doing killer with them. So, righty, great little pattern. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I have a lot of fun tying these because I play around with all the different colors and stuff like that, and I do some shiny and sparkly, and other ones I'll do more of a more of a dull finished color. Instead of going with something so sparkly, I'll go with something that has a little bit of sparkle in it, right? Like this Hair Plus, or I'll just go with the Semperfli. They got some really cool bright colors and darker colors, but not that flashy, right? So this is the Sparkle Dub, they call it, but it's not quite as flashy and zingy, right? So it works really well as well. So just yeah, mix it up. Like I said, I tie it also with this ginger cape as well, and then I'll use a ginger hackle around the front. But this seems to be the one that really works well for me, that chartreuse underbody with black hackle and the black front Chinese cock cape. So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you subscribed, awesome. If you have not, please consider doing so, and let your buddies know about the page, the channel. Getting there. We got 2,500 or so now, so going to be doing another giveaway soon here, and then be doing another one at 3,000, and so on and so on and so on. So, alrighty, Thailands, everybody.